So on this attitude of wisdom, I think, the very quotable Mark Twain, I love Twain. I don't even know if he said all that stuff, but if he did, I just want to follow him around writing stuff down as he said it. He said at one point in his life, he said, it's not what you don't know that gets you into trouble, it's what you know for sure that ain't so, right? And this know for sure stuff can be really a problem for lots of people. I was in Istanbul recently with a very charismatic executive vice president at Best Buy, a big retailer. And he told a story from before he joined the organization. He told this story about one of these things that you know for sure that ain't so. Apparently, in 2001, Best Buy, then as now, the largest consumer electronics retailer in America, right? So they know a lot about consumer electronics. They know a lot about people buying media, things like that. They want to expand their influence. And so they're looking around with their mergers and acquisitions hat on, and they find this company called Musicland. Musicland, really big deal. They owned Sam Goody stores. They were a force to be reckoned with at the time. They had 1,300 stores, biggest retailer of audio CDs and DVDs in America. And the management team of Best Buy thought this was really strategic. They were willing to pay billions of dollars for Musicland because it expanded their empire. It was so good. 2001 this is, right? Because they're confident. They know how people buy consumer electronics. They know about media purchases, except for one thing. The management team, probably in their 40s and 50s at Best Buy in Minneapolis, Minnesota, they hadn't noticed that there was this little company called Napster, started in 1999, 2 years before their purchase, and that this sea change had already started happening. In fact, it was well underway in 2001 when they made the purchase that 18 to 30-year-olds had basically stopped buying CDs completely and were downloading their music online in MP3s, right? And so this very smart group of people, I've met some of the management team, and they're very smart people, take nothing away from them, but they make this strategic mistake because they were sure that they knew about their market. And Cal Patel, this executive vice president telling the story, says, before the dust settled, 5 years later when Musicland went bankrupt, Best Buy had lost $1 billion. Right? So they lost $1 billion because they were overconfident in their knowledge of the market. And he says the really ironic thing of this is the trend had started with 18 to 30-year-olds. He said, ever been in one of our stores? He says, who's working in there? 18 to 30-year-olds. He says, in other words, not only do we miss the trend that happened in the world, our own employees knew about it. But the information didn't filter up to the management team. And he said, we will make more mistakes in the future of Best Buy, but he says we won't make that one again. We won't get overconfident in knowledge. We won't overlook data about trends that exists within our own team. And so that's just the thing about things that you know for sure that ain't so.